Have you ever wondered why no history books mention the secrets of Indigenous women's lives? What if I told you that Indigenous women were not only warriors, but also had secret roles that history has deliberately hidden from us? In this video, you're about to discover secrets that might be hard to believe. Are you ready? When most of us hear about Indigenous tribes, we immediately picture warrior and hunter men, right? But the truth is, women were the backbone of these tribes, playing key roles in politics, traditional medicine, and even warfare and tribal decision-making. But why has history ignored them? It's because our perspective on history has always been patriarchal. Before we continue, make sure to like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it now so you don't miss more videos about historical truths. Women in native tribes were not just mothers or wives. They played a key role in the tribe's economy. For instance, in North American native tribes, women were responsible for food preparation and distribution. They even had special methods for drying meat and storing food, techniques that are still effective today. Native women had unique healing techniques that were passed down through generations. For example, in the Navajo tribe, women made natural medicines that are still used in modern medicine today. Daily life of native women in tribes, the pillar of society, daily responsibilities, and household work. In most tribes, native women were responsible for managing household affairs and meeting the family's basic needs. Contrary to popular belief, these tasks were not seen as limitations, but as an integral part of their power and independence. Food preparation and preservation. While women didn't hunt, they played a crucial role in processing food. They would clean, dry, and preserve the meat hunted by the men for months. Farming and foraging. In many tribes, like the Iroquois, women were responsible for agriculture. They grew corn, beans, and squash, known as the Three Sisters, which were the staple foods of the tribe. Child rearing and education role of teacher and mentor. Women were not only mothers, but also the primary educators of their children. Through stories and tribal legends, they passed down cultural values, survival skills, and traditional wisdom. Teaching skills. From a young age, girls learned alongside their mothers' skills such as weaving, sewing, and making everyday items. Art and handicrafts. A significant part of native women's daily life involved creating handicrafts. These arts were not only for daily needs, but also carried symbolic meanings and were a vital part of the tribe's identity. Weaving and embroidery. Women wove specific patterns onto fabrics, each of which told a story or represented a belief of the tribe. Jewelry making. They used beads, shells, and bones to make necklaces, bracelets, and other jewelry. Pottery. Native women crafted pottery that was not only functional, but often featured beautiful artistic designs. Women's role in health and wellness. Native women also served as healers and practitioners of medicine. They had extensive knowledge of medicinal plants, treating illnesses. Using plants like eucalyptus, aloe vera, and medicinal roots, women could treat wounds, fevers, and other ailments. Healing ceremonies. In some tribes, women participated in spiritual rituals for the health of individuals, believing that their spiritual energy could help heal the sick. Social cohesion and role in the community. Evenings and ceremonies. In the evenings, women would gather around the fire to discuss tribal matters, daily life, and legends. These gatherings often served as a center for small-scale decision-making. Mutual aid. Women in tribes were very supportive of one another. For example, if a woman became ill or gave birth, other women would take over her duties. Freedom in social relationships. Unlike European societies, women in native tribes had more freedom in choosing their spouses and relationships. They could divorce and remarry without being socially ostracized. If you think that politics and decision-making were only in the hands of men, you are greatly mistaken. In many tribes, women were the ones who took the lead. For example, in the Iroquois tribe, the political system was heavily matriarchal. Women chose the tribal leaders and even had the power to remove them. The political and social role of women in native tribes, political leaders and decision-makers. In many tribes, women held significant political power. Iroquois. Women in this tribe chose and could even remove political leaders. Their political system was matriarchal. Cherokee tribe. Women, such as Nancy Ward, played key roles in war and politics, economic and social power. In agricultural tribes like the Hopi, women owned the land and held economic power. In hunter-gatherer tribes, women played a crucial role in food provision and the management of vital resources. Mediation in conflicts. Women acted as mediators in resolving tribal disputes and helped maintain unity. Spiritual and cultural role. Women were often seers, healers, or spiritual leaders. They held essential roles in religious ceremonies and cultural decision-making. Summary: women in native tribes not only stood side by side with men, but in some cases, they were even more powerful than them in politics, economics, and culture. Native women played an important role in spiritual beliefs. In the Maya tribes, women were seers and intermediaries between the world of humans and the gods. They even believed that the power of childbirth gave women a special energy that allowed them to predict the future. Interesting point. In some tribes, women participated in healing rituals and were spiritual leaders of the tribe. These women were known as sacred mothers. Many of the stories and legends of native tribes are about women. For example, in Aztec mythology, there is a goddess named Coatlicue, who is considered the mother of the earth. These stories show how significant women were in culture and mythology. Many of the stories and legends of native tribes are about women. For example, in Aztec mythology, there is a goddess named Coatlicue, who is considered the mother of the earth. These stories show how significant women were in culture and mythology. Now that we've reached the end of the video, we've seen that the lives of native women were much more complex and fascinating than what is said in history books. They were leaders, healers, warriors, and the spirit of their tribe's culture. This shows that history should be viewed from different perspectives. If you found this video interesting, be sure to like it and share it with your friends. What do you think about the role of women in history? Be sure to write your thoughts for us, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this.